But we got to get to a point, man, where we don't get the rope, we don't take the pills, you know. And it's my heart's with his family and everything. So yeah, I gathered people after the show like this just because I love y'all, you know, and I wanted to look at you and say it, you know, and not just say it in an interview or whatever, or you know. But you know, when we started Korn, it was a thing where when we got Jonathan in the band, man, it was like, first of all, he was a coroner assistant. He worked on dead bodies, so that's the best, coolest thing for a metal band. Then we found out he could sing. I saw him at a show with his first band called Sex Art, and he was just 90 pounds, dreadlocks, just going whatever he was doing. And I was like, man, I wish we had a singer like that. And so we moved to, or we lived to LA at the time, and I went back and we had fired our singer in a band called Creep, the band before Korn, and I was like, man, we need to get a singer like this dude I saw in Bakersfield. We all grew up there, small town, and David and Phil, he was like, let's call him and steal him out of his band. And I was like, that would be awesome. I never thought it would happen, because it's so hard to find a good singer, you know, and if a singer's close with his friends, how's he gonna leave his band, you know? But he did it. They talked him into it. They said, Phildy's like, he was a killer telemarketer, you know? He would sell anything, ice to an Eskimo. So he called him, he's like, come down and just hang with us. And he's like, man, I got a job, like a really good job with dead people. I'm in a band. He's like, come on, just come down. But I'm in a band already, just come down. He kept telling him. And he goes, all right, I'll just come down and hang out for a night. And he came down and listened to our sound, you know, the heavy strings and everything, and he joined our band, and dude, he just started like making up lyrics right there. And then he made a decision. He was like, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna quit my band and leave my friends and move with these guys I barely know and start this band. He came down and we started writing songs, instantly called it Korn. It was his idea. There's a few stories out there, you go search them on the internet, of why Korn is Korn, but so it was a thing. He started writing lyrics, man, and we were like, oh my gosh, this guy's deep. He's talking about abuse, he's talking about, you know, I was in this, we lived together when me and him, I picked up the guitar and wrote the riff to Faggot, that song, and just, I was like, where are you getting these lyrics? He's like, that's my life. I got picked on, I got called a faggot, my dad was embarrassing me, all this stuff, you know, and I was like, this guy's a deep well. So when we got signed, we recorded a record, Hit the Road. All these fans were coming up to us saying, man, your music is so, like, it resonates with me. My childhood is so messed up, you know, and my dad's an alcoholic or whatever. 5 guys in Korn, 5 fathers that are alcoholics, you know. And so we come from that life and getting bullied and all that, so it was so cool. There was fans that would tell us that our music saved their life, man. I had this dude I remember, like, so clearly, around 97, he said, I had a gun to my head and I was listening to Korn and I just had to kill myself and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Now I don't want to kill myself. I don't know what it was, it's gone now. And he goes, thank you for your music. And I'm like, what do you say to that? I'm just like, dude, I'm so glad you're still here, man. The world's a better place with you, you know? And so once we started getting bigger, our second record came out. I lived in the most beat up. I rented a bedroom for someone in Redondo Beach, California, and it was this lady and her teenage son. And I had this little TV in a little cave bedroom with my girlfriend, and I would turn it on at 2 a.m. and see myself on MTV. They started playing us, and I'm like, look around at my horrible living space, and I'm like, I'm on TV and living here. I had a Volkswagen Bug. It was just not cool. But so when the third record came out, we got so big on MTV and all that. It was just like, how is this happening? You know, I blew up, and then the money was coming in and all that. And then we kind of forgot about that special thing that Korn was more the music early on. But later on, when we got so big, it was like Korn was a money machine. Korn was famous. Korn was drawing people in arenas, packing places. So the cool Korn more the music thing with the fans that were saving lives and stuff, that went in the background. And so years and years of partying, you know, some of you guys know my story. I got hooked on every drug you can except heroin. And man, it was free. We could get the coke dealers would bring us drugs every night, you know, and whatever. The girls at the party, and it just was dragging us. We were just a mess, man. And you guys know some of my story. I don't know that when I left Korn, I found Christ, and man, the most controversial human being to ever walk the earth, Christ. And I didn't want anything to do with him, like maybe some of you, because there's people outside of my concerts for 10 years saying, rock music's of the devil. You go in there, you're gonna burn in hell. And all this, and I'm just like, that's the last thing I want, is to be an idiot like that. But when I was on drugs and I couldn't get free, man, it was like I went to a rehab, it didn't work. I found out my doctor was Kurt Cobain's doctor at one point, and I'm like, these guys don't have the answer either. Then I found out his partner killed himself, so the psychiatrist killed himself. And I'm just like, and so I'm thinking about killing myself. I'm on drugs, I'm like, no one has the answer. So I was like, as a last resort, I watched The Simpsons. I thought Christians were like Ned Flanders. And I was like, I don't want to hang out with those Flanders people. They're just so annoying, but they're sober. They probably don't do drugs in that church. So I went, and it was crazy because when I went to church, there's these Hispanic dudes with shaved head and tattoos everywhere. And I was like, these guys are sketchy, man. What is this? Who are they? Oh, they're ex-gay members. They just got out of jail. Christ came in and changed their life. I'm like, you guys really believe this stuff? I'm thinking in my head, you guys really are cuckoo. They think there's a God. But I'm like, how can this gang member stop doing what he did? So I'm just processing it, right? So I think in my head, the rehab didn't work. I want to kill myself. But I have this beautiful daughter. She's 5 years old, just like Shirley Temple. A picture perfect, just innocence. I come off of doing drugs on tour. I come home and she's like, hi, Daddy. You know, all perfectly innocent. And I'm just like, I got to do it for her. I got to fight for her. So, you know what? I raised my hand at the church. They said Christ comes inside to live inside of you, and he'll change you from the inside out. And I'm like, all right, if these people are brainwashing and they want my money or something, then I'll see it, and then I will just, you know, I won't go with it. But I went home and I just started talking. I just said, you know, I rolled up my $100 bill, I chopped up my meth, and I said, Lord, I'm gonna snort this because I'm an addict and I want to stop, and I'm gonna die if I don't stop. Come into my life and show me that those people at that church there's no BS there. Show me this is real, and I'll give you my life, you know. And long story short, probably too long now. But I had an encounter, man, where I don't know. My whole life changed, and I felt His Spirit come into me, man. And I'm just gonna read something, then I'll wrap it up and we'll hang out. I got guitar picks for everybody, by the way.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna read this from the good book real quick. It said this dude was like the biggest religious guy, and he was helping to kill the early Christians. And he had this thing that happened, like a come to Jesus moment, where he had an encounter, and he was like, oh my gosh, that dude really is raised from the dead. And he's like, I've been helping to kill his followers. It's a crazy book. He said, and he's telling these people, because there's all this war going on, right? And people are having to die for the faith because they're trying to kill them. And this guy's on their side saying, hey, I might get killed now too because I believe in this stuff, because I've actually experienced it. Experience, that's a good word. He says, sometimes we grow weary in our present bodies and we long to put on our heavenly bodies like new clothing. We will put on heavenly bodies. We will not be spirits without bodies. While we live in these earthly bodies, we sometimes groan, but it's not that we want to die and get rid of these bodies, but we want to put on our new bodies so that these dying bodies, he says bodies a lot, these dying bodies will be swallowed up by life. And then he says, this is really cool. He says, God himself has prepared this for us, and as a guarantee, he has given us his Spirit. And that was what I'm talking about, what happened to me. The deepest part of who you are, God comes in and meets you. And not the person that everybody sees. The person where you close your eyes at night, he comes into the deepest part of who you are and starts to live life with you. And it's not religion. And I know those idiots outside the concerts and the religious people on the TV that you're just like, that's not it, man. It's about relationship. And I'm just one man trying to just speak the truth, man, about what it's about. And I have a feel, I was talking to my friends earlier, we feel that maybe there's someone here that's really thinking about like ending it all, you know. And we draw people. I do this all the time, and there's people that are drawn, and they tell us, man, you don't even know what I was just praying to God for a sign and all this stuff. We had this girl, a Korn fan, that lost her 4-year-old son, tonsils out, and he died just randomly, and she was trying to get pregnant for 4 years, and she came and she got pregnant. We prayed for her and she got pregnant. So just really cool things happen with this. And I'm just gonna say I love y'all, and I want to hang out with you, but I would love to come down. You know, like the sports teams that do the huddle. I just want to pray for you guys. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that cool? No agenda, man. It's just all about family.
Yeah. Get over here. Get over here.
Anybody wants to get in, come on in.
Come on. Get up.
Come on.
Lord, you know, Chester was so close with us, Lord. And it's hitting us hard, Jesus. I'm so close to some of his friends that he was best friends with, Lord. And, you know, we've known each other for a couple decades, and this is really a hard day, especially after Cornell. And today's Cornell's birthday. We don't know what happened with Chester, if he got wasted and just made a bad decision or what, but I ask you to do something cool in the rock world from this, because you always create beauty and something good out of something bad and tragic. So I just pray for all his fans that you would awaken them not to take that road, you know. Lord, I was staring that road in the face, you know, and I'm just thankful for it. I am pissed that it's happened. I'm just like, my emotions don't know where to go, because Chris Cornell is gone and then Chester, and it's really hard to take in. And yeah, I ask you to do this and protect all of these people. We just tell like suicidal thoughts to leave, depression to leave, and put a fighting spirit inside of us, because we're fragile, we're broken, and we have pain. And so, yeah, just thank you that you're real in my life, and I want you to become real in their lives. And you know, you guys, it's like when you pray to God, some people look at it like this: you pray to God, and then that's like praying through a door. But when you ask Christ to come in, he comes in. God comes inside of you to live, and he starts to just help you see the world as he does. And so it's the craziest thing, man. It's the most realest thing. Dave from Megadeth experienced it. His bass player in Megadeth experienced it. The drummer of Iron Maiden, Fieldy backstage. I mean, it goes on and on, you know. I've experienced it with these guys, and I've been talking to Papa Roach, Jacoby today. It's a real thing, and these guys are experiencing it. And religion is gonna fall, and the truth of relationship with God is coming. So if any of you guys want to do this, let's just pray together. There's so much power and agreement to pray. Let's just pray together. Just say, Lord Jesus, if you are real, show me. I don't want dead BS religion. I want to know that there's a God that's real. Is not trying to take my money like a church, but is really gonna come inside and live my life with me inside. Fill me with your spirit. Forgive me of my mistakes, because I made a lot, and I'll continue to make more. Amen, amen, amen. We love you guys, man. I love y'all, seriously. And the biggest thing where this became real to me was when I was like, okay, no joke, I'm gonna lay everything down. I'm even gonna quit my band and become a dad to my daughter. I've never done that in her 5 years of life. And that's when like it gets real, you know, because God sees you when your heart's choices, you know. So just put that in your back pocket. I love y'all, man. Thank you for coming to our show and rocking out with us.
Thank you.
Incredible energy. Man, Boston's been so good to us.
Amen, brother.
For over 20 years.
We get that a lot.
Tonight?
Yeah. I've been wanting to see this well.
We were just talking backstage before the show. Jonathan reminded us, first time we came here, we were like 23, and Monkey, he took some Xanax or something for the first time, and he was just in the parking lot, and this cop sees him and goes, "Hey, you guys, get over here!" And he comes over, and he's got his cop car. He's like, "Get around the cat. Put your hands on the cat." And we're like, we've never been here. Yeah. No, it was filthy. It wasn't all of us filthy. Because he has a filter where you don't care. He was like, and the guy's like, what's so funny? He's like, what's a cat? But it's like the different parts of this area have that accent and some don't, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
As soon as you get in Boston, that's it. The language changes.
Like, when I say, hey, Boston's been so good to us, is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Because, okay, I just want to make sure you guys...
Well, we're all from everywhere, and Boston's kind of like a central point, so.
People don't know the city, just say Boston.
You got anything to say?
Just don't try to pronounce any of the other towns.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
You can try. We won't hold you against you if you can't say it, though.
Real.
Really?
There's extra letters, and you don't pronounce them the right way.
What still looks like
Yeah.
Gloucester looks like Gloucester.
Leominster, Leominster.
Middleborough spelt 2 different ways. Marlborough spelt 2 different ways. Peabody. It sounds like Peabody, but it's Peabody.
I just want to say one thing, and I want to share this with you. If you think that you're here by choice or by somebody picking you and having you be here, no. It was in God's plan. It was all, you coming to this concert wasn't an accident. God had a plan for you to be here, to hear Brian's message. And I really pray in my heart, each one of you guys, I've been praying for you today all day long, that you would, I couldn't visually see you, but I knew that you would be here because God made that happen. And so know that go in peace, know that you're protected, know that God loves you, and know that whenever you're down, look to the sky because God loves you and cares about you more than anything.
You could look to the sky, you could look inside, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. It says we can hide nowhere on this earth where he's not. That's what it's, and I've experienced that. So anyway, hey, you guys want to get this? It's probably easier before they kick us out to do a line, and then we can, I got pics for you. You guys want to do pictures or anything?
Yeah.
Well, where do you want to start? Which way? Yeah. So why don't you guys like make a line, and we'll just kind of one by one. Make the line.